And please add this stock into your watch list. Yeah? Please also add these stocks into your T3B trader watch list. So now let's take a look at one of the stock called China Coal, listed in Hong Kong. Yesterday drop, huh? Okay, yesterday drop. But can you see it's supported by the 26 EMA? Okay, that means that the uptrend is still intact. Okay, the uptrend is still intact. Of course, the popular one will be what? Will be this stock, right? Because this one is what? Crude oil related. Okay, they are taking a breather, but it may still go up, huh? Because most analysts believe that crude oil can go to $100. So now it's around $80. It can even go further up to $100. Okay, because natural gas is already very expensive. So more people are moving back to crude oil. As you can see, even in Singapore, right? Singapore Power has just recently announced increase in electricity rates. Okay, so all this is inflationary. Okay, so before we continue, we'll add in one more is last night non-farm payroll. Last night non-farm payroll was super bad again. That means for 2 consecutive months, non-farm payroll was bad. And then what happened? The yield went up. Okay? The 10-year treasury yield went up. Can you see? That week, early this week, it went up to 1.5%. Oh, the market went volatile. Okay, in fact, came down. Can you see? This morning, what? That was 1.5%. This morning, the yield closed at 1.6. Okay? Now, why is it inflationary? This one you need to know, because if you are trading the US market. Okay? If you are looking at past 1 month, it has been going up. Okay? Before that, it was only at around how much? 1.3%. Can you see? 1.3%. If you look at year to date, beginning of the year, it actually went up to 1.7%, around here. See, 1.715%. So it came back down, now it's going up. And most analysts, like Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, they are forecasting it to go to 1.8. The higher it goes, means what? Bad for stocks, right? Okay? Now, why is it that yesterday when the non-farm payroll was bad, the yield went up? Okay, you need to know this, because then you will know which sector of stocks to pick. Okay, so the sector of stocks I gave you in the list of stocks I gave you are those that still valid. Okay, those list of stocks that I gave you, they are still uptrend. Okay, they are still valid. So good. So it's good for those of you who have that list of stocks. Okay, from now onwards, if you come for my Zoom session, I don't care whether organized by myself or organized by CGS, CIB, you will learn a lot of things because market is getting very challenging. Why is it yesterday the yield went up yesterday? You just see yesterday. Okay, let's say past 5 days. It has been going this whole week. Monday, it was at 1.46%. And as at this morning, the market closed 1.61%. So it has gone up by what? 0.2%, around 0.2%. Why? Because the non-farm payroll is bad. So tapering of the QE may be postponed. Or it may not even be postponed, but it will not be aggressive. That means the Federal Reserve will not be buying back the bonds or the treasury notes so aggressively. Okay? They may stick to the timeline as November, end of the year. Okay, to have the tapering, but the tapering will not be so aggressive. Because the tapering is not so aggressive, and we know that inflation is here. Which means what? It will not be able to, that means interest rate, the rate hike next year will not be fast enough. There will be insufficient time for the interest rate to catch up with the inflation. Therefore, what happened to the inflation? It become a runaway inflation. That means central banks all over the world may not be able to manage inflation effectively, especially for Federal Reserve, because one of their mandate is what? To make sure that job market return to pre-pandemic level, which is not able to. Now, if you have read the daily market update, okay, that's why I say you need to read. You guys never read. Don't bother to read. There's so much information because you don't understand. That's why there is the positive and negative side of the non-farm payroll. Can you see here? On the positive side, the unemployment rate dropped. Okay, it dropped to 4.8%. Okay, plus the previous month job data was revised upward to 3,666. Okay, from 235,000. So these are the two positive. Okay, although non-farm payroll not able to hit the target or forecast, but the unemployment rate dropped, plus August numbers was revised upward. Okay, so this is the, can you see? That's why you find that yesterday the bulls and the bears start fighting, right? Those of you who trade index with me, I did ask you to go and see how the market react, because that's the only way you learn. The market hardly move. Okay, it's along the flat line. Even when the actual stock market open, the market hardly move, because why? The bull and bear are having a tug of war. Why is it the bull and bear having a tug of war? If you look at the data, you will know. The data is very mixed. Okay, the data is very mixed. Plus, average hour earning went up. Now, is this good? Average hourly earning went up. Okay, if you look at the numbers, you will know. If the average hourly earning went up, means what? Disposable income increase, right? That means what? It can become inflationary. Okay, that's why it's very important that you study economics. Okay, therefore, this news is very mixed. That's why you find that Dow Jones went up. What happened to Nasdaq? Nasdaq came down. Why Nasdaq came down? Because the yield went up. Nasdaq and tech stocks and the growth stocks are the most sensitive to rising treasury yield. Okay, so please, these are the things that you need to know. Now the debt ceiling is over already, right? Temporarily, they kick the can to December. Okay, so the debt ceiling is so-called temporary resolved. The Senate has already approved the temporary lifting of the debt ceiling. Okay, so the issue will surface again in early December. Okay, you can see yesterday what happened. Can you see? All the crude oil share went up, right? I included in my list. Can you see here or not? I included in my list of stocks for you guys. ExxonMobil is inside, right? Chevron is inside, right? ConocoPhillips is all inside. But does that mean that you go in straight away buy now? No, you need to monitor. Okay, so let's go back to the chart. So please, this one is very important. This link is not real time. It's a bit lag. Okay, but I think it's 10 minutes, maybe about 5-10 minutes lag. Okay, and I gave this link to those who trade forex and index with me. I posted it in the Telegram channel. I don't know how many of you bother to go and use it. You know, I use it. Whenever I monitor this, you know that my laptop is always on the whole day, and this URL is there. You know, so that I know what's happening in the market. Then I know what, you know. Okay, let's go back to the chart. Let's look. Since we are over at Hong Kong, let's take a look at PetroChina. Okay, Actually, I got nothing to tell you all today because everything I want to tell you is inside the list of stocks I gave you. But anyway, so just to update you guys, so you need to be very cautious about tech stocks. But the funny thing about tech stock is Tuesday, if I'm not wrong, Tuesday the market rebounded. Right? Monday came down, Tuesday rebounded. Something like that. You know that the yield actually went up on Tuesday? The yield, I can't remember, is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Okay, the yield actually went up. I think it was Tuesday because the Zoom session was on Tuesday, right? The yield went up, but did not go up as high as Monday level. That's why the tech stock went up. And also because Jim Cramer from CNBC told everybody, told his audience that to buy the tech stocks in dip. So every time tech stocks in down, you go and buy. Okay, so that actually supported the tech stocks. But my take is this, next week, probably market go up again. I tell you, market is a strange thing. You try to understand. You see, there's this thing called market psychology, market behavior. Okay, market will choose on its own. The market will choose what to rely on and what not to rely on, and what to overlook and what not to overlook. Okay, the market may say, tech stock or growth stock next week may say, oh, maybe tapering will not be so aggressive. Maybe after all, then it's okay for this, despite that the yield go up, because Jim Cramer together with other analysts, especially those who are bullish, you know what they say? Even if inflation go up, now is the time to buy more stocks. You see, market is a very strange animal. You try to use pure economics to understand, you will never understand. So sometimes you need to apply certain economics and market psychology. Market psychology is different. That's why when you read articles by analysts, you need to be very careful. If you read an article by analysts, sometimes you just read the A, just throw away. But if you read an article by fund managers, because fund managers are in the market. Analysts are not in the market. Analysts will just analyze for you. They are not trading because they are not supposed to trade. Conflict of interest. But fund managers tell you something, you may need to open your ears wide because they are in the market. Okay, so you need to know who to listen to and who not to, who to just to take a pinch of salt. Okay, so let's do a screening now. I think we will start screening Hong Kong stocks first. Okay, so today, for those of you Malaysia, okay, Malaysia, I need to show you guys something. Malaysia, you concentrate on what? Plantation stocks. I gave you, all right? I told you guys, I purposely post the plantation index in the Malaysia Telegram channel. Plantation stocks is recovering. Why? Palm oil, right? Inflation. So it's driving commodity prices up, right? So for Malaysia, what do? You focus on plantation stocks because, and I remember in the case study channel, I did tell you about Wilmar, right? Wilmar is palm oil, right? Wilmar, I think Wilmar is trending very slow. So now I show you the plantation index for those Malaysian. Plantation index. Can you see? Of course, Thursday, Friday took a breather because Wednesday starts shooting up. Okay, so I'm telling you, plantation is very bullish now because of the palm oil. Okay, it's inflationary. Everything is going up. Natural gas prices is going up. Next time, food prices will go up. Okay, can you see that previously plantation stock was not able to break above the 200 EMA? Now finally it broke like nobody's business. So you should start looking at plantation. So let me, okay, AB Simon. Sime Plantation. You know why I know this stock? Because in Bukit Timah Road last time there's this company there called Sime Darby. So I think it's related to this Sime Plantation. Okay, can you see? Same. But it's just that this fella by itself is not able to break above the 200 EMA. Okay, so please, for those of you Malaysian, you try to trade Malaysia stocks, please, what do you do? Focus on plantation stocks now. Or even oil-related stocks like Petronas, right? See? Petronas. Right? Can you see how important it is to read the daily market update? Even if you don't attend my Zoom session, you read the daily market update under Malaysia stocks, you will know what are the stocks that are moving the index, the benchmark index. Okay, so for Malaysia, what do? You focus on oil-related stocks and plantation. Tech stock can just put one side first. Okay, tech stock put one side first. Okay, you look at Singapore tech stocks. You look at Franken. Franken recently, I think, dropped a lot. This is why those of you who are subscriber, please use this. It will tell you a lot of things. Can you see Franken recently? It was doing so well. Everybody was chasing after it. What happened? AEM. See? Innotech. Innotech, I think earlier on already dropped. Right? That earlier on already dropped. Sorry, UMS. See? Wow. Forget about tech stocks now. Okay? Can you see? So what am I trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you daily market update. Please read. Analyst ratings, please read. All the information are there. And the app is free, right? It's just that those of you who did not meet certain conditions, you cannot go to the stock pick section. But you can always read the daily market update, right? Can you see? So please. Okay, so now we'll do proper screening. Let's start screening for, Okay, let's do screening for Hong Kong. Okay, let's look at power assets. Power assets. Now, for example, you look at power assets. You do not know what, you got no idea. No, maybe this one bottom fishing opportunity. Why I say this? Because can you see? It actually bounced off from the 200 EMA. Can you see now? But you need to, let's say for example, you look at power asset, you got no idea what this power asset, this company is doing. What do? Google. Okay, so what do? Power, just type in power asset, Air France, so that you know what exactly this fella is doing. Then, can you see here? Then it tells you electric utility. Now, remember I told you on Tuesday, utility stocks, should you be looking at it? No! Utility is a defensive stock category, right? On Tuesday, what did I show? I show you all the utility ETF in the US market. They are all doing so badly, including the property stocks, right? All the real estate stocks are doing so badly now. Now, if you have been reading the daily market update, you will know that this week what happened. Property developer stocks listed in Hong Kong all shoot up. Why? Because of what's her name? MS Lam, okay, the CEO of Hong Kong Administrative Region. What did she say? All this is inside the daily market update. If you cannot remember which day, what do? I already published the weekly fundamental update. Go and read. She said that they have plans to develop northern Hong Kong. Okay, on the northern side of Hong Kong, and they are going to build a lot of residential units. And all these projects will be given to developers. Because of that, the moment she announced that, what happened? All the developers start shooting up. Now, we are not talking about China developer like China Evergrande, all this. I'm talking about Hong Kong. Although China Evergrande is listed in Hong Kong, but they are still considered what? China. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. Can you see how important it is to read daily market update so that you know what are the stocks moving, what are the sectors that are moving. So now, I will show you. So you have a new world. Correct. A new world. Can you see? It was down because influenced by China Evergrande. Went up. Why? Because project coming. Okay, then you got Henderson. Henderson Land. Okay, all start shooting up. Now I'm not sure about Sino Land. Sino Land is under Ping Pong. I'm not sure whether Sino Land got. Sino Land also, but more not so aggressive. You see, all the developer stocks are moving up because of what? Is it Carol Lam? I can't remember her name. Okay, the CEO of Hong Kong regional administrative region. Okay. Let's take a look at Hong Kong Land, Singapore Hong Kong Land. Of course, Hong Kong Land recently is a share buyback. Okay, Hong Kong Land shoot up because of share buyback. But Hong Kong Land itself, they have a lot of land. They are holding a lot of land in Hong Kong. So please understand, Hong Kong Land together with Jardine, Madison, Jardine, Cycle and Carriage, Dairy Farm. Dairy Farm, I think, also holding some land in Dairy Farm in Malaysia, whatever. All these are under the same conglomerate, together with what? What else? Last time they got strategic holding, now delisted. Can't remember what other companies they have. All this is under them. The Hong Kong Land, you know, right? They also own CityLink. You know what is CityLink? CityLink is the link, the shopping mall under the ground one, linking City Hall MRT, link all the way to Suntec, Esplanade MRT. That one is by them also. Okay, so Hong Kong Land, I believe they went up also partly because of share buyback, plus the good news, because they are actually holding a lot of land in Hong Kong. By the way, Jardine, you know what? Who is Jardine? Jardine, Madison, Jardine, you know. Basically, he's the opium merchant. Okay, he's the what? Because of he started the opium war. If I'm correct. Okay. So today is a bit messy because I just want to recap. Make sure you are focused on the right sector because some of you still want to trade tech stock. You know. To me, Nasdaq next week may go up. Okay, but then Nasdaq may go up. That's why I'm long Nasdaq. I'm still long Nasdaq index. The problem is I do not know which tech stock can go further up. Okay, so later on, now for those of you, if you find index too volatile for you, what do? Then you trade the Nasdaq ETF. Okay, so later on I'll show you. Sorry, today a bit messy because I'm rushing, because I also want to listen to what the Prime Minister has to say at 12 noon today. Okay, never mind. Okay, now let's take a look at the Hong Kong result first. Okay, basically you can see we have a long list. Do you need to open up everything? No, you don't need to open up everything. Okay, but if you have the time, you can open up everything. Okay, so I give priority to those stocks that I'm looking at. Okay, I give priority those stocks that I'm looking at. You will know that if you have been reading the daily market update, you will know that Thursday, what happened? Thursday US market, when Thursday US market open up, what happened? If you read the daily market update, see, I need to remove all those people. I'm very angry now. You see, the person tells me that she's in the waiting room. In the waiting room, I cannot even see her name there.